Okay, welcome back everyone to the Online World Cup. This time we have Italy versus Brazil, and we have a Lion Mirror. Interesting Lion Mirror. We have a Lion Seeker of Air, Honor Win. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we might see, perhaps, an Honor Win. We have Kami Unleashed, Obstinate Recruits, of course, because you're gonna be more honored, Akome Prodigy, obviously. Stuff like Steadfast Samurai that will stick around forever, Toshiro just to win rings without breaking, Venerable Historian, Armament Artisan, and general good stuff, Honor General, Staging Grounds and stuff, Soul Beyond Reproach, Voice of Honor, Waning Hostilities 3 of, Contingency Plan 2 of. Some interesting stuff to say the least. Other is more standard, aggressive Lion out of Keeper of Earth with Unicorn Splash. No captive audiences, but Spoils of War, Wayfinder, Ambusher, and a bunch of other just good stuff in general. I'm ready to go. Okay, and this time they did remember the clocks. So, Lion Mirror. Cool stuff happening. Just gonna check something quickly to make sure. Here we go. Alright, so we do see that Comebackman is the first player. We see 3 mulligans from Dynasty versus 2 mulligans from Dynasty. So I'm guessing this is going to be a much slower style of probably 1 bid-ish line, or like at least 3 bid first turn and then 2 bid and then 1 bid, or just slam 1 bid line. I mean, could be either. No, wait. Yeah, okay. So, the other side. This is the Honor Lion. This is the Aggro Lion-ish. Or at least the more aggressive Lion. So Keeper of Earth has Keepers, finds Lion's Pride Brawler going first. That has to be feeling fantastic. You just have to prevent the... You just have to hope he doesn't find Ready for Battle, and then you bow him out, and then you just do stuff. A Tactician Apprentice is good here. I think he's not going to be able to trigger Tactician's Apprentice, because I think holyfieldbr is perfectly fine with just bidding 1, while you perhaps at least want to bid something like 3 or 4. So I don't think Tactician's Apprentice is actually going to matter here. Alright, ooh. Okay, so he does give passing phase to Comebackman. I assume he's going to Staging Ground and try and find something more to play here. Because just popping Storehouse for a card before your opponent has... Ooh, Toshiro is not bad here. Toshiro is very nice to just have a ball. I mean, Spirit Color does nothing, so Spirit Color is not good. But Toshiro, to have a decent attack, yeah, I can see that. Alright, so welcome back for the Lion Mirror, everyone. Just appreciate you coming and watching this, because I do like Lion. Right, and we do see here that something that I suspected. So, comebackman draws 3, hoping to trigger Tactician Apprentice, but holyfieldbr just slams 1. He's an honor line, he doesn't care. So, he just slams the 1 bid and doesn't really bother, and he's already drawn a card from Imperial Storehouse, so he's actually just down 1 single card from this. So, this Tactician's Apprentice was basically useless money spent. Right, and Lion's Pride Brawler attacks political earth and finds the art of war. And Toshiro defends. Alright, so this is a defense to not lose honor from unopposed. That's all there is to it. Because I strongly suspect that this Lion's Pride Brawler is simply just going to bow the Berserker and then attack military with Apprentice. And we do see the Ready for Battle negate the Lion's Pride Brawler's ability. Are we going to see a charge from the Honor General here? No, actually, we cannot see a charge here because this is a political conflict. Yes, we will not see a charge. We might see a fan or a court games. Or just nothing, because maybe he doesn't want to break the Art of War right now. Maybe he just wants to... Okay, that's a bit of an overspend in my opinion. Yep, Soul Beyond Reproach gets played. Okay, I'm following the play here. So Soul Beyond Reproach gets played. That's an expensive thing to just honor Toshiro. And then you see a court games to dishonor Toshiro back, but Voice of Honor cancels it. I still think perhaps he should have held the Voice of Honor for the nearly inevitable onslaught of charge that's going to happen. But we'll see what happens in the next conflict. So we do know that Master Berserker can attack. Master Berserker can defend. Let's see actually how aggressive the Brazil's team's Lion is. Ooh. Assassination discards the Master Berserker. Okay, so he is really trying to get the unopposed here for the second conflict. Right, so Earthring gets claimed by the Brazilian player, holyfieldbr. But are we going to see... That stops the Keeper from getting into play, which is very good. Are we going to see a conflict character get dropped here? Okay, Kami Unleashed. Intriguing. What kind of ring can we hope to see? I guess water to stand Toshiro back up again? Do you go political water? I think political water is a very sensible ring to go here. You go not military water, you go political water, right? There's no point in going military water. Okay, so there we go. Political water. Finds pilgrimage. Oh, that is a rough find, because even if you sacrifice the Kami Unleashed, it still doesn't get the ring effect because of pilgrimage. So you can claim the ring, but you won't get the effect. Oh, that is the worst possible find. It was a really good play until pilgrimage. Oh, that is a big feels bad moment. Oh, horrible feels bad moment. Alright, here we get to see Tactician's Apprentice attack, and I'm guessing we're going to see an airing, yeah, just to gain some honor back. Oh, that feels so bad now. The worst possible province to hit. Oh yeah, he is getting the unopposed, but still, he really wanted to ready up the Toshiro and have him defend this conflict. Oh, and here we does see something very interesting. So, Vengeful Oathkeeper does get dropped. So, let's see. So, Seeker of Air gains a fate from flipping fertile fields, loses an honor for unopposed, then drops Vengeful Oathkeeper. Honors Lion's Pride Brawler with a firing, so Voice of Honor is off next turn. Alright, what do we see here now? What ring do we go for? Do we kill off this brawler as quickly as possible? Yes, that appears what we're going to try and do. And Manicu Garden, so he does get to grab a fate here. Do the honor player actually play something here to try and go for breaks? No. So he just drains the opposition lower on honor. Removes a fate from Lion's Pride Brawler, so Lion's Pride Brawler will die at the end of next turn. But he does have a fate lead. And is currently ahead slightly on board. Yeah, he's going dishonor mode rather than honor mode now. I agree with you. But he's very low on cards. Like, he's dangerously low on cards, like 2 to 5. Even if they both one bid, you're super behind on cards. Alright, does he keep the Spirit Caller here? Oh. Wow, that's a flip. That's a flippy flip. This is a much better flip for Comebackman, I think, because the Spirit Caller can get the Honor General, and that's just free honor and free strength, like a lot of strength. Also a storehouse, so you can draw a card. So I think as Comebackman here, you just play Spirit Caller. You don't even bother with the Tactician's Apprentices, because you know this game is going to devolve into a one-bid game. So they're basically wasted money. You're not going to get anything out of these. Yeah, Spirit Caller gets played. And on the other side, a naked Lion's Pride Brawler. No fate. Is he going to... Ooh. I disagree. What could you possibly bring in that's worth it from a Spirit Caller here? Now you have 0 fate. I mean, you get one of the airing, I guess. But it just feels so awkward. If your opponent finds ready for battle, this brawler does nothing. I am not convinced by the naked brawler here. The Spirit Caller doesn't even have any juicy target. If you had a Tutori or an Honor General yourself... Oh my. Obstinate Recruit. That's an easy play. That's a solid play. So Staging Ground actually does it worth here. Alright, so I imagine that holyfieldbr is going to go for the airing here, because you need one fate. You need at least one fate to threaten stuff, right? Otherwise, you know, like, oh, there's gonna be no conflict characters. There's gonna be no Soul Beyond Reproach. There's gonna be basically nothing, right? So you just, unless you go for the the airing here. I could see water. Could see an argument for going water, but there's too much stuff that comebackman can do otherwise. And this is also one of the reasons I don't really like Tactician's Apprentice, right? He bought one first turn. It actually did nothing, right? Oh, okay, it forced your opponent to bid low, but this opponent was going to bid low anyway. And now you flip 2 Tactician's Apprentice, you go like, oh, I don't want to buy them. Their stats suck. They're not going to give me cards oh. Okay, so we are going to see a... I mean, I guess he's down to 3 cards. He doesn't really need the Fate per se. If he can actually win and bow this Brawler, that would be great for him. So he has 2 chances now. He can probably bow him with Brawler action. If he has a Ready for Battle, he can try and win the ring and bow with the Water Ring. It's not too bad, actually. The problem is if comebackman sits on 2 Ready for Battle, he doesn't care one iota about this. It's interesting. It's going to be really cool to see how this goes for the Brazilian player. I know Station Ground is very medium, in my opinion. It's in this situation. Wait, what? Okay. So Spirit Caller calls in on a general. Alright, so you just want to get the honor from honor general. Makes sense. Do you try to bow the... Yeah, you try to bow it. Does he have the Ready for Battle? No Ready for Battle. Okay. It's looking a lot better for holyfieldbr than I thought it was going to look. No Ready for Battle. That means this can get ugly pretty fast. But he does have 6 fates, so he could just drop a bunch of conflict characters here. And with a hand size of 7, he should have at least 1. Right? He should have at least 1. But he passes. If comebackman doesn't have a conflict character at all, he's actually up in really, really bad, awful territory right now. Because this is going to be an unopposed military air on... This is going to be a fire province. So, meditations? Yeah. Yeah, that's a free, unopposed airing. Wow. Joe? That was not very nice thing to say. Lion versus lion is a beautiful cat fight. Don't you know? Alright, so no defense from comebackman. And so he's going to drop low on honor here. So he is going to have a live Kitty Spirit Caller. But next turn, the only really thing of value he can Kitty Spirit Call is a Lion's Pride Brawler. And we do see the airing trigger. And we do see another honor stolen. No, gaining 2. Oh, so he is still going for the honor win condition instead. That's a Anakatsu that did not gain the +3/+3. Okay, Joe. There is an argument to be made that Dragon is actually worse than Lion now, except for the specific Dragon versus Lion matchup. I don't think that's entirely untrue either. With the changes to restorations of balance, Dragon is a sad, sad clan right now. Alright, so Spirit Caller does bow to bringing the Master Berserker here. So it is 4-4. And Fertile Fields does get to draw a card. So hand disparity is lessening more and more. So Comebackman does play Banzai and uses up an honor to play Banzai again. Woo. So dropping low here, but winning the Earth Ring here is crucial. Do you spend a card here to prevent Fertile Fields from breaking? To be honest though, I really like the new direction they're doing with Dragon, with little sort of like putting fate on rings and just ring attachments and crazy shenanigans and what was it, Kyuden? I can't remember the name. Kyuden Kitsuki. I think that would be some cool stuff out of Dragon, but right now Dragon is not very good. Stuff happening. Alright, so we do see Sabotage get played to discard the Spirit Caller. I think that's reasonable. Spirit Caller is just gonna Spirit Caller, and then the Spirit Caller is gonna Spirit Call whatever he actually wanted to Spirit Call, so that Spirit Caller is now on the bottom of your deck. Which is fine. And here we see a way of... Oh, he really wants to break this Fertile Fields. So he plays a Way of the Lion to once again threaten break. And we see a Soul Beyond Reproach to honor the Master Berserker. And hand to hand gets discarded at random. And we see Comebackman get to draw a card. And he is going to claim the Imperial Favor. And he is going to get a Keeper Initiate. But he has 0 conflicts left. So he has a pretty imposing board here. But I am interested to see how this is going to go, because holyfieldbr, he is up to 17 personal honor now. Alright, so this turn we see stuff from... Alright, so stuff happening from Comebackman. We have Deathseeker in Honor General. I'm still surprised so many people play Honor General. Interesting. From the other side we have Brawler and Prodigy. Prodigy is going to trigger and gain a Honor. Are we going to see the Brawler gets played here as well? Unless you have a Ready for Battle, that shouldn't be something you do, I don't think. You should perhaps buy Toshiro instead. I think there's definitely going to be one break from Comebackman this turn, because this board is quite imposing, especially with a Brawler in the discard. And nothing in the conflict discard, so you can get a Brawler and you can bow out the opponent's Spirit Caller or Prodigy or whatever. And then you can even perhaps pull something out and make sure you have another turn. But you really want to be careful what you break here. Oh, we see a Storehouse and a Brawler. Is he going to play a Naked Brawler again? No, he does pass. He has something worth spending his money on, I think. Or he knows he can't defend the Brawler anyway. So he does have one of these two provinces is a Before the Throne. Shinju Ambush is going to be crucial if Comebackman ever wants to break Before the Throne. Alright, so we do see Lion going for the airing. Just wants to get some nice honor buffer. The problem is here... Okay, see, here the problem is here. While going for an honor buffer is very sensible because you like not losing, it doesn't help when holyfieldbr is on 18 honor and trying to go for the honor win, right? Because then you end up in a situation where you go like, oh, I guess I can't lose this airing, not because I lose, but because my opponent wins instead, which is super awkward. And people are starting to dig quite deep into the discard piles now, so at some point there's going to be some big characters to spirit call back. Alright, so this is cheeky. A poke with a keeper initiate for a firing. And there is a favorable ground to move in whatever is necessary to actually cause problems for the opponent. So I'm guessing what's going to happen is Toshiro is actually going to probably defend. And then we're probably going to see Brawler gets called in. And then we're going to see the Spirit Caller on the opposing side, unless he has it ready for battle, gets used to pop in whatever to also defend with. Probably Spirit Caller to just put it at the bottom. Not too shabby. No, we see Prodigy defend. Alright, so he really wants to attack with Toshiro and just use Toshiro, not break whatever, and force the opponent to spend a card to get over him. Okay, I can see where this is going. Prodigy defends, so he just doesn't want to lose honor for unopposed. And here we just see the Spirit Caller calling the Lion's Pride Brawler. Currently, Fertile Fields is breaking. Is he okay with Fertile Fields breaking here? Does he just pass and forces the Brawler to use up the action? Or does he preempt this with an action of his own? Do you even care if he bows the Brawler? You go Toshiro Waters, surely, on Meditations. Toshiro Water on Meditations and force your opponent to actually have stuff to defend with. So, we are suspecting that there's a very low number of conflict cards who can come back his hand. Oh, we see the Spirit Caller bow. Yeah, that's... Unless you have a ready for battle in hand, you 100% bow the Toshiro here. Just 100%. And no ready for battle from the Brazilian player. Storehouse gets popped to draw a card. Strength in numbers to send Lion's Pride Brawler home. Alright, so currently he's actually breaking. This Lion's Pride Brawler will go down to the bottom. It does nothing. Yes, this is going to be a very broken province, in my opinion. This is probably going to be 2 breaks from the comeback kid this turn. Yeah, this is rough. He needs the conflict character to come back and attack. Otherwise, this is just an awful, awful turn for him. I think it was a mistake to call in the Brawler. I think you accept the break and force your opponent to use the ability on one of your guys, so you definitely have one guy attacking back. So for shame gets played. Brawler gets dishonored. I don't think he cares. Unless he has another for shame, I don't think he cares. But if he has another for shame, it could be countered by ready for battle. Okay, Oathkeeper comes in for free. So he did have a conflict character at least. Further field does break. 1 honor is lost from Brawler leaving play. So holyfieldbr is sort of kind of back to dishonor mode again, instead of honoring out himself, which is, I guess, fine. I think he should definitely be going water here. There's no point in going anything else, I don't think. Water on meditations on the tower, I think, is the right move. It's so weird seeing an actual, honest to goodness, honor lion getting played. It feels odd. But it's kind of cool as well. And something to keep in mind is that Comeback Kid... Is it Comeback Kid? I think so. Comeback Guy? I forgot. My apologies. Comeback Man. Obviously, the one I didn't say. Comebackman95 has to be really careful here. Does he want to attack Art of War and give your opponent a bunch of cards? Not really. Does he want to attack into Unknown Province and maybe find Before the Throne? If he doesn't have an ambusher in hand, he definitely doesn't want that. Void. Intriguing. I still think water was a better idea if you want to stop yourself from losing honor, but Void, I guess, okay, steal the fate of it and get rid of the Spirit Caller or get rid of Anakatsu. That's good. Both good stuff. Yeah, and chat is actually really smart to point out that he could have just let this province break, and then he would have had an honor general in the bin. So if the brawler from the opponent didn't bow the Spirit Caller and bow the Toshiro, he would be up against an honor general coming in. That was bringing him closer to honoring out. Alright, we do see a conflict character get dropped. Reservist is going to stop this. I don't think there's any way holyfieldbr can win this. At least not without spending any cards. And I don't think he wants to spend any cards here. Oh wait, this is political. Oh yeah, he's totally winning this. Wow. Okay, that makes sense. So he goes in political with the Vengeful Oathkeeper, because apparently they also can have conversations in court, I guess. And he goes for Meditation on the Tau and forces their service to get played to not lose honor for unopposed, but still gets to fire off the ring effect. Nope, he moves in Anakatsu. Anakatsu is going to defend this. Why did he not just not play the reservist and defend with Anakatsu instead, though? I think, and this is just me thinking here, that he might have been as confused by this being a political conflict as I did and dropped in the reservist and thought like, hey, I'm gonna be 4-2 and you can only go to 3 with the box, and then go like, oh crap, that was actually a political conflict. What do I do now? And that happened. Alright, so here we're going to see Honor General going to attack Political Air onto Art of War. Art of War is currently not going to break, but Comeback Man is going to get to use the airing. And there will be 1 honor loss for unopposed, and 2 honor up for comeback man, which is not too shabby at all in this situation. So no honor lost for unopposed, but 2 honor gained. This Kami Unleashed next turn is potentially 2 honor. Alright, people. Next turn, it is entirely within the realms of possibility that we will see an honor victory. Not anymore. Never mind me. I thought for sure he was going to grab 2 himself, but he is not. He steals 1. Alright, so the honor victory next turn could have been Tutori and another Prodigy. Prodigy played, Tutori played. Attack in, military, boom, pop Unleashed. That's 2 honor. And pop win with Tutori and trigger Tutori again. That's 4 honor. And then the one from Prodigy. But it is no longer possible. There is no longer an easy chance for a honor win this turn from holyfieldbr. Alright, we see Tutori from comebackman. He's gonna be pretty happy about that. And we see Lion's Pride Brawler from holyfieldbr. He's going to be pretty happy about that. Honor General. I don't think he cares. He might play the Armament Artisan. Maybe, if he goes for the firing. What province do you attack here with the Lion's Pride Brawler that has Fate on it? Do you go for Magnificent Gardens and give him a Fate? Do you go for Meditation on the Tower and lose a Fate of the Brawler? Do you go for Art of War and then have your opponent go, I'm not going to defend this, I want to draw the cards? Interesting cases, all of them. Alright, we see Comeback Man by the Master Berserker. I have a sneaking suspicion that one of these 3 cards may very well be a charge. A very sneaky little suspicion that he has a charge. Right, I think though here as holyfieldbr, I think going for a Water Ring is very good. Water Ring, probably political with the Brawler. Try and bow Spirit Caller, Anakatsu, and perhaps even Death Seeker or whatever that doesn't defend or stuff. We see a Toshiro here, but and we see a Spirit Caller there. Okay, so Staging Ground gets used, but after passing, Fate has been distributed, so we can't actually buy it. So 1-1 bid once again. And first attack is from holyfieldbr. I don't think it's entirely unreasonable. Okay, political, water, those 2 on political air, military air. I am a bit confused. I'm not sure it is possible to honor out this turn. I am not entirely sure it's possible to set it up so that you can honor out next turn either. Interesting. And it goes for Manicured Gardens. Okay. I would have been super tempted to go political onto Art of War with these 2, because then you force the sort of like awkward defense. You can sacrifice Kami Unleashed, perhaps even to bow like the defending Anakatsu if he's defending. And then you're still winning it. And if he doesn't defend, you just sack Kami Unleashed to like bow the Spirit Caller or whatever. And then you use... actually, you probably use the action from Brawler to bow the Spirit Caller, and then the action from Unleashed to bow something like Anakatsu. And you basically force him to have to ready for battles or being in trouble. But honestly, I don't know what's in his hand, so I don't know what he could possibly have for next turn. So it's going to be really interesting to see what he can make of this. I suspect that one of his cards might be a court games. One of his cards is probably a court games, because otherwise why would you buy the armament artisan? You definitely Brawler here to bow the Spirit Caller, I think. No. Deathseeker? No. You bow something with the Brawler. I don't know what you buy. Do you want to try and bow Anakatsu? Not with 5 cards in hand. You could easily have a ready for battle. You try and bow something. You probably try and buy the bow the Spirit Caller. If he has a ready for battle, okay, sure, he has the ready for battle. Okay, so we do see Spirit Caller bound on this side, and we see an Honor General get in. Why was your Noshiro used before this? You should have called in the General first, and then used the Stronghold. Unless he really doesn't want to break, but just wants to win. Okay, he's up to 19. He's still winning. He goes up to 21. Are we actually going to see an honest to goodness honor victory here? He goes up to 22. Oh, Honor General. Oh, okay, that's actually a clever interaction. So Armamentatition gets honored because Honor General got honored. And he's now up to 22 honor. 22 honor. He's going to be up to 23 honor. Next turn, if the Spirit Caller lives in the province, he wins the game. He just Spirit Calls in on a Kami Unleashed. What? Are we going to see an honor win? That's insane! What is going on? Did we even get to see the Brawler try and bow something? No, he didn't even try to bow something with a Spirit Caller. Wow. I don't even. What is going on? This is bonkers. Military fire. Do you defend this with the armament artisan? I'm a bit speechless here. I don't think I've ever seen an honest to goodness one bid honor run work out in this way. For shame on the Spirit Caller. Wow. Alright, charge. Tutori is in the conflict. There we have it. Charge was in his hand. Double fire. Dishonor, dishonor. Alright, so he's not winning on honor next turn. Alright, so Art of War is breaking. With him going so hard for Art of War here, I suspect he even has an ambusher in hand to stop Art of War from going off. It wouldn't surprise me, honestly. I think it was a mistake not defending with the Armament Artisan. Art of War does get to draw him 3 cards. That's good. So Tori gets to double Dishonor, I guess? Yeah. Okay, Armament Artisan is dishonored. Do we have a political conflict here from holyfieldbr at all? He did get to draw 3 cards, so maybe he has found something to use. Alright, so if we think about next turn, what could possibly... Do you not attack? If you have a conflict character here, I think you drop it and use it to attack. And then defend with the Artisan and just take another break, right? Alright, so he's going to either not attack or... Okay, so he's not going to attack. He didn't find a conflict character. So he's just going to defend with the Artisan to prevent unopposed honor loss. So he just needs... If he has found a Kami on leash, does he run 3? Perhaps he runs 3. Or if he finds Tori next turn, there's a lot of potential possibilities here that he can find. As long as this Spirit Caller doesn't die, he can definitely Spirit Call in 1 Kami Unleashed. That will be up to 23 honor. And maybe he finds... Oh, if he finds Double Prodigy, it's over. What more? I think he keeps the Spirit Caller but tosses everything else. I don't see any reason to do otherwise. Alright, so we do see a court games get played to re-honor the Armament Artisan, but censure cancels it. Alright, so that's 1 of 2 censures played. And we see the win go off and we see double keeper initiate, so definitely favor is staying with Commentated. Thank you so much, Alpha Squib, for subscribing with Twitch Prime. I appreciate it. I'm going to fix my alerts at some point. They're a bit shit, but I haven't had time. So here we see net neutral honor here, and this is a pretty scary board. He is no longer first player, so this Lion's Pride Brawler is not going to be that great. I suspect this Spirit Caller is going to get kept, and he does keep the Honor General as well. Okay, it's on! The Honor victory is potentially on. This means that Comeback Man has to go air first conflict here, otherwise Totori is going to come waltzing all over your face and try and take the Honor victory. Yeah, he isn't first player though, he's a second player, so... Oof. Matsu 7th Legion. Alright, so what holyfieldbr needs to do this turn is to not die. He needs to not die this turn. If he can prevent himself from... If he can defend 1 conflict, preferably with as little investment as possible, I would be good. Yeah, if holyfieldbr was the first player here, I would give him a pretty decent chance of winning. I suspect his Spirit Caller is going to get played with one Fate, because if he can bring in a Kami Unleashed, sacrifice, and then next turn bring in a Kami Unleashed and sacrifice, that would be great. I don't remember what's under the stronghold of the Honor Lion player. I'm gonna have a quick peek. Ancestral Land, so he's not breaking that on political. It's just not happening. Let's be honest here, everyone. Oh my. Spirit Caller gets played with 0 Fate. Honor General gets played. Okay, so let's do the maths here. He is currently Censure cancels waning hostilities. Oh, that was a sweet play. Oh, that was such a sweet play. Oh man. It's a fantastic play. But it did not work out. That's so disheartening. Waning hostilities. Oh, that would have been huge. Just one conflict. You can... Oh, you just put something to... Oh, wow. Yeah. Comebackman censured waning hostilities, and now he comes thundering in with the military might of Matsu 7th Legion, Matsu Berserker, and a Calm Keeper Initiate. So we have a sandwich of... We have two breads of angry people and a calm middle. A tranquil middle. Balancing the absolute rage from the both other sides. And it is an airing. So we're probably going to be one more honor away from honoring out. What do you even do here? Do you defend? Oh yeah, okay. He defends with Honor General. So he is okay with letting Pilgrimage break, I think, because I don't think he can defend this. I think now is definitely the time to Spirit Caller, and then Spirit Call that second Spirit Caller so that they are on the bottom of your deck. So that you can find them again if the game actually goes on that long. My apologies. Charge? Oh wow. I completely blanked that holyfieldbr actually runs charge himself. So he charges in an Honor General. He has 2 Honor Generals. And he gets countered by another charge. I don't see how... So, hand size 2 versus hand size 2. Who has the most military buffs? So, this is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So, if holyfieldbr actually has a Banzai, that's enough, but then he still loses 1 honor. If he has a Way of the Lion, that is not enough. Oh, that's rough. Well, basically, the Spirit Caller combo is you Spirit Call in a Spirit Caller, and then the Spirit Caller Spirit calls in the other Spirit Caller, and then this Spirit Caller actually calls in whatever you wanted to Spirit Call in the beginning. You do this just so that these 2 Spirit Callers end up in the bottom. Alright, and we do see Pilgrimage breaking here. And I don't think there's anything he can do about it. A Way of the Lion actually saves this, but it's... You can't use the Stronghold on defense. The stronghold does nothing on defense. The stronghold is only while attacking. The stronghold is not very good. Okay, so we do see a keep initiative defending. Are we going to see the Berserker getting bowed, or are we going to see Pumps and see the Honor General getting bowed? So currently he is winning a Water Ring. So alright, so we're definitely going to see him try and bow the Berserker. And there we go, no ready for battle. If he wins this, he's going to bow out the Honor General. And then he goes for a firing, I guess, to honor the Spirit Caller. Oh, so sad. So sad. If the Spirit Caller only had a Fate on his next turn, he could have called in a Unleashed and just won the game. But it's not enough. Currently not enough. He needs more. He needs just a little bit more honor. Ah, the ready for battle comes in and unbows the Honor General. Okay, so he did have a ready for battle. And now he gets to attack political, which will never, ever, 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 in a million years, break ancestral lands. But is most likely going to win the conflict. And while winning the conflict, he gets to remove the last fate of Alliance by Brawler, which means this board, entire board, is going to die. Oh, he goes of fire. He just really wants to try and stop the honor win. I mean, yes, if the Spirit Caller had no fate, then no charge, but he probably could have purchased stuff in a different way. Anyway? Maybe? I don't know. I think it's 100% that he should do this Spirit Caller combo so that they are at the bottom, because he has churned through quite a bit of his dynasty with staging grounds, so having Spirit Callers at the bottom is pretty essential at this point. I am massively confused. Why did you bring in an Akoma Prodigy right now? Oh, for shame. Oh. Okay. Ignore me. That was perfectly reasonable. I still think Spirit Caller, Spirit Caller, Spirit Caller, and then Prodigy would have been just as fine. And here we go. And Favor switches sides, but the both censures are gone, so it doesn't matter. And we go up to 22 honor. He does have a board, and he does get to attack, which is huge. And this is a brawler, so he gets to attack with the brawler. This Steadfast Samurai, if he decides to keep it, is going to live for the rest of this game, regardless of how much fate he buys it with. Because, let's face it, yeah, it's just going to be that way. But he might want to try and find prodigies. And he does! Akoma Prodigy. Now he can go all in air. And he has Ujiaki. Hang on. This is an all-in political heir. What is he going to do to stop it? An all-in... Oh my god. Is this actually going to be it? Is this going to be the Lion Honor win? The all-in political heir on meditate or whatever, Art of War, I don't care. Ujiaki, Venerable Historian, all-in heir. Do it! Do it! That has to be the only play. It has to be. You just do it, right? It's hand size 1-to-1. Why did you buy it? Okay, so you buy the steadfast. Okay, fine. As long as you buy the Ujiaki, please buy the Ujiaki. You have to buy the Ujiaki. If you don't buy the Ujiaki, I will be upset with you. Oh, thank goodness. Ujiaki comes in. This is going to be a massive political heir on whatever, who cares, Manicure Gardens, and just win. Which opponent, Alpha Squid? holyfieldbr, he does run Kami Unleashed, but he's seen 2 out of 3, and he has only 2 cards in hand, so I don't think he has one. And he doesn't even have the money for it, so it doesn't matter. He's just gonna go... I mean, what can he defend with? He can defend with Makoto, Tsunari, and the Spirit Caller, and he can call in... I guess the best is Toturi? That's 1, 2, 3... plus 1, 2, 3, 6. No! Yes! Everyone! Everyone! Do it! Political! Not military! Political! Political! Don't do it militarily! It's gonna fail if you do it militarily! Do it political! 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 How I lost my mind! What's happening? Why? What is going on? How could you possibly expect to win? He had nothing! He had nothing! He had nothing! You go political! He couldn't defend with the Berserker, he couldn't defend with... No! What are you doing? What on God's green earth are you actually doing? How is this a political conflict? How is this not a political conflict? Am I going insane? How is this even a thing? You had to win! Oh my god, you lucky son of a bitch! You lucky bastard! You lucky bastard! You did not deserve this! You don't deserve that! Oh, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do now. That hurt me. Oh. ladies and gentlemen, this hurt my head. Do you know how much he would have won on political? He would have gotten one Venerable Historian and one extra Lion's Pride Brawler. The Venerable Historian just honors up, that's +4. He would have been so much up on political, it's insane. Anyway, let's not begrudge the honor win. The honor win was glorious. The honor win did what it was supposed to do and won on honor. Just it made me feel hollow on the inside. The ending was not the best one, I feel. Okay. Fantastic game from both Lion players. Obviously he knew that this was going to happen. That's clearly the only explanation. He knew he was going to flip Toturi Lion's Pride Brawler with Ujiaki. That was clearly what was going to happen. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. This has been Brazil beating Italy by honor win. Probably a sentence I wasn't expecting to say ever, but here we are. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.